been on the road now for 7 days on this Arctic expedition, and we're finally starting the Dempster Highway. This is going to take us across the Arctic Circle and all the way to the Arctic Ocean. The Dempster is known for being a rough dirt road. We're not quite sure what to expect, but we are excited to be back on the dirt and heading north again.
Maybe an hour into the Dempster Highway, and it's spectacular. There wasn't a whole lot of videos I could find to show what the area was like, and we must be at a pretty high elevation because we're way up in these peaks that look very alpine, and there's not a whole lot of trees, and it's spectacular.
I guess I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't expect it to be this scenic.
Yeah, same. Dude, this is getting crazy.
Dude, it's gorgeous.
Camp 1 on the Dempster is where we're headed for, right?
Sure.
Okay, we're not that far away.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy. So gorgeous out here. I did not expect this.
Yeah, this is way better than I could have hoped for.
I mean, as soon as the trees went away, it was like... I can't explain.
Did you touch the ice?
I didn't go and touch it.
You gotta eat some, you know?
Is that a Canadian ritual?
Yeah, when you find glacier, you gotta break off a chunk and lick it. This road is crazy. Like, mind-bendingly awesome. We're so far north out here. This is crazy. Who does this? Trying to get level. We found a nice spot to camp right next to this crazy frozen lake, marsh. I don't know exactly what it is, but some pretty cool blue ice out there.
Everything out here feels more wild. Even the way the light hits the ground feels different. We couldn't have been more excited to be exploring up here.
from the Dempster Highway. We're getting ready to start day 2 on the Dempster. It's going to be day 8 for me since I left home. Today, what are we doing today, Brad?
We're going to Eagle Plains, we're going to the Arctic Circle, and then we are going to cross into the Northwest Territories if all goes well.
See, this is the difference between coffee-fueled people and uncoffee-fueled people.
It's not often that you're aware that a moment you're experiencing in time is special, but you could feel it here in the air that this journey was about to be something that neither of us would ever forget.
Everywhere you look around here on this highway, it's just crazy. It's so good. I like this road.
It's incredibly scenic.
Yeah.
It could be the most scenic road I've ever been.
Got some snow here.
I mean, you're kind of in the Arctic Circle, dude.
That's true. It's better than Times Square, too touristy. About 2 hours from Eagle Plains, which is our fuel stop and lunch stop, and I think that's pretty close to the Arctic Circle, if not already past the border of the Arctic Circle, which we're pretty excited to cross. It's an absolutely beautiful day out here, and this road is blowing my mind and exceeding all expectations. All right, we're still probably an hour to an hour and a half away from our first stop here. The trail aid station needs a little fuel.
Yeah, my fuel light's been on for a while, and I'm on, I'm well below empty, which means I probably have 2 gallons of reserve in there, but I'm only getting about 12 miles per gallon, which means I'm only going to get about halfway to Eagle Crest without dropping fuel, so I'm just going to drop fuel now.
Yeah, seems like a good time. It's nice out here.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Fuel can definitely become a concern out here, as it can be days between gas stations. Even then, there is no guarantee on their supply or operational status. And up here, you can see how much nothing there is in every direction were something to go wrong.
That's the most expensive diesel I've ever purchased in my life.
Brad and I decided to take a break and have some lunch at the hotel pub. To be honest, the place creeped me right out. It looks straight out of The Shining or some horror movie.
This place is super interesting. All right, guys, we are about to hit the Arctic Circle. We're going to stop up here at the sign. All right, guys, we did it. We made it to the Arctic Circle. Woo! We're at the Arctic Circle.
Yeah, dude.
It's so cool. Goal number 2, get to Tuktuk, is still in question because the ferries are not running yet, and we're about a day from getting to the ferry. The last we've heard is that they put a ferry in the water, but the water was too high for it to run, so we're not sure what to expect. Well, we had marked this campground as a potential place to stay tonight because it's not too far into the Arctic Circle. Unfortunately, it's double padlocked and gated. Taking a look at Onyx.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple little offshoot trails. But man, yeah.
Not a whole lot of good options, eh?
Not a lot of good options. What was that? Sheep Creek? I like this because you can hear the wind.
Yeah.
We're not feeling it, and I was getting a little shelter, which was going to be super nice.
Not even 5 minutes down the road, I eyed a little trail down to the river here, and we got ourselves a nice private riverside camp spot. Much better than a campground. I'm glad that campground was locked.
Gone before I realized I was out of my way. We sit and talk, I see your crying eyes turning red through the day. I share my mind with no censorship, hang it all out to dry. Teardrops hanging from your upper lip, clinging on, afraid to fly, and I wait.
So, funny story. We found this rat riverbed camp spot, and none of this water was here when we got here, and this is flowing crazy. I think there's some snow melt going on and the water level is rising. Luckily, I noticed this before we slept because it is actually 10 p.m. You just can't tell because we're in the Arctic. The sun's still out. But yeah, this giant river here, this was almost completely dry, like, 3 or 4 hours ago. So we're gonna move because we don't want to wake up in a river. Safety first in this case. Not wrap this time.
Spill it out in a song, and I wait for the night when I will hold you tight.
Good morning, guys. We got some good news this morning. The word on the street, literally, is that the ferries are running to get up to Tuktuk. So instead of taking a rest day here like we'd planned, we're just going to head for the ferries and see if we can get across those rivers and start making our way towards Tuktuk, the Arctic Ocean.
Let's do it.
Let's do it!
The ferries have been a source of stress for us, being unsure if they will be running or not by the time we reach the river. We'd been monitoring social media groups about the Dempster to keep updated using my roof-mounted Starlink internet connection, allowing us to communicate with other people making their way to Tuktuk and also waiting for the ferries to open. The problem was, the information wasn't always reliable.
Getting close to the river crossing. Hopefully our intel is correct and the ferries are running. And then we're just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Tuktuk. Well, a day of driving.
Just gonna pull over here and we'll go see what we can find out. There is a ferry in the water on the other side.
Sounds good. Well, looks like bad news. We heard that the ferry was running, and it is not. Which is not good for us at all. Looks like they're still trying to get the cable across the river that they used to travel back and forth.
We're just trying to get to the Arctic Ocean. Why won't the ferries run? Why won't the ferries run? Run, run. Why won't they run? Run, run, run. 'Cause the day
So this would be the ferry ramp. Looks pretty muddy. Even just standing here is like sinking.
we wait for the ferries to run.
Alright, so we set up camp just down the road from the ferry. Spent an extra night here, and hopefully this morning the ferries are going to be running. Well, they're literally still building a ramp to get to the water. The ferry's on this side. The ramp's not quite ready. There's a lineup of like 20 or 30 trucks to get on this thing. Looks like it can carry about 4 cars, maybe 1 semi at a time. I'm not sure how long it takes to go back and forth, but the situation's not looking great. is the lineup of cars to get across this small little ferry. This is gonna take forever. After 2 days, I think it's finally happening. The ferry is running. The first load is going across. We're hopefully going to be on either the next ferry or the one after. We can finally start heading to Tuktuk. 2 days of waiting for a ferry to start operating.
I'm on a ferry, yeah. I'm on a ferry, yeah. Floating across the river. You can't stop me, river. My boat unstoppable. The other side is probable. I'm floating, boating, floating, boating.
Coming up on the second ferry crossing over the Mackenzie River. We made it across the Peel finally. That was a long 2 days of waiting, but hopefully everything goes smoothly with this second crossing.
Things were really starting to look up, and we could feel our goal starting to be within our reach as we crossed the Mackenzie River.
Land of the Pingos.
I don't know what that is.
Me either. We are officially in Tuktuk. This view, absolutely insane. So beautiful here. Wow. We've got to keep going a little further to get to the Arctic Ocean sign, although I think this is technically probably the Arctic Ocean.
It felt surreal rolling into Tuktuk. It felt like the absolute end of the earth. And in a way, it is. The Arctic Ocean, frozen over, looked incredible. I've never seen anything like that.
We made it. We made it, dude.
We are at the end of the earth, dude. All right, guys. We have been driving for many days. I think it's 9 for me, and we made it to the Arctic Ocean. This is absolutely insane. I don't know if this is exposed right, but we're so excited right now. And the sun, it's 10 p.m., 11 p.m.?
Oh no, it's 11.
It's 11 p.m. All right, guys. About to set up camp next to the Arctic Ocean. Pretty incredible.
This was worth the journey.
Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
The Arctic. Woo! Woo! Oh, that's good. Brad made some hot coffee, and we're still at the Arctic Ocean.
Not a bad place to have a hot cup of coffee.
Not at all. What's the best part of this trip, Dean?
Oh my gosh, man. Besides this,
It can be this,
it could be this.
because this is probably it for me.
There's so many, but this is it. Like we made it, man. Yeah, this is it.
We made it to the Arctic Ocean.
We made it. I ain't swimming in that, but I'm gonna put my feet in it for sure. Woo! Whoa, my toes are going down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's a little step there. There's a ledge there. Yeah. Woo!
That's
Arctic
cold.
Ocean. Arctic Ocean. Woo! That's nasty.
That is disgustingly cold. Oh my god, my feet are going numb.
Oh.
Let's go home.
Yeah.
All right, gonna leave our sticker on the back of the Arctic Circle sign, as one does. There we go.
I find myself completely in awe of this place, where you can see ice all the way to the horizon, and for most of the year the sun doesn't go below it. The journey back through the Dempster Highway was just as epic as the way in. This was one of my bucket trips, and I've got a few more that I want to tackle. I think I'm going to ask Brad to join me on the next one too. Maybe we'll try that next year. As we made our way south towards home, we saw more wildlife in one day than we'd seen on the whole trip. It was an extremely memorable drive. We were like little kids again, excited about everything we were seeing.
Didn't expect to see a reindeer, did you?
I did not expect to see a reindeer. So cool.
Where's Santa? Two moose in the middle of the road up there. We've been struggling to find camp for a little while here. It got dark, but at the last minute, the random side road comes through for us again. We found this nice overlook over top of the river, which is fantastic. So we saw every animal that exists in Canada.
Dude, I have a list and the numbers just kept growing and growing and growing. I mean, who knew there were reindeer up here? Like, that was amazing.
Not me, but I know now. Subscribe for reindeer.
This would end up being our last night camping on the Northern Alaska Highway before we started heading towards home. And it was the perfect epic campsite to end this story. One that has changed me forever and that I'll remember forever. My name is Sean, and this has been my journey to the Arctic. This is the story till now.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed this one, you can go over here and watch another one that I've hand selected for you. If you'd like some exclusive behind the scenes content and support the channel, you can go over here and join our Patreon. Thanks.